Hi, my name is Quanasia, and welcome to my book corner where I talk to you about books or series that I recently read. Today's series or book is on the screen. If you have read it before, continue on with this review. If you have not read it before, please go and read it, girl, and then come on back because I don't want to hear nothing about spoilers, okay? I don't want you to start wanting to tussle because I done said something you ain't read yet, okay? Okay, hey y'all, today's book is Red, a Ganton Hills novella, and I am about 24% into the book. Now, the female main character is taking care of her grandmother. And I was just wondering, how far would you go to take care of a grandmother who wasn't really the best grandmother to you, okay? I hope y'all can't hear Miss Mama's downstairs because that would piss me off so bad because she's loud as hell. But anyways, Miss Mama said her grandmother basically used to abuse her, and now she's old and sick. She's taking care of her grandmother, working 3 jobs to take care of this heifer and her medical bills, and she will sometimes smack her and spit on her and curse her out. I just want to know, how far would y'all go? Now, y'all already know, okay? With me, Granny would be somewhere. She would be in the house by herself. I'm sorry, not sorry. Don't have the energy, don't have it in me. I was not set in this world to be abused, especially not from a heifer that's supposed to be loving and caring to me. Okay? Sorry, not sorry. Let's be 100%. Granny will be by herself. Okay? You ain't finna talk to me crazy, spit on me. That's crazy, and then curse me out. The last thing you have to worry about is smoking while you're on oxygen. That's the last thing you be having to worry about because your ass will be on life support. Period. Okay, boom. So the moment Cashmere met her, he was in love with her. Love at first sight, okay? Even though, hood niggas don't really believe in love at first sight. He really liked her. He liked her from the beginning. He saw her from the beginning. He liked her from the very first time he saw her, okay? And when she goes to the governor's ball, or the gangster ball, really, and, she hunches him, I skipped some of the parts. So did they go in a room and hunch, or was they just in public hunching? I don't quite remember. But then she leaves him, and it's like, wasn't you just asking for a miracle and for a nigga to come and take care of you so you don't have to worry about your abusive ass grandmama who's mad at you because your grandfather loved you and your daddy loved you and decided to leave the gang life, and she's upset at him for that? So why would you leave the one man who could possibly get you out of that situation? Use your coochie to your advantage, man. Come on. I know you got some brains, Miss Lee Hannah, girl. Please. Okay, so her grandmama blows her in the house up from not listening to Lee Hannah tell her stop smoking with that fucking oxygen. The girl comes back after getting hunched on at the gangster ball, and the house is going blown up. Ain't nothing left. Okay. Now, Cashmere, right? The man that she was hunching on, he finds out what hotel she's in and is in her room waiting for her. Now, imagine you did a 1-2-1-2 3 nights ago and go home to find that your house is going. The only thing that did not diminish is your little safe with money in it, thank God, because you needed that money. And then you go to a hotel room, okay? You in there for 3 days, in 2 nights or 3 nights and 2 days or some shit like that. And the man you walk in from work basically quit it. And the man that you hunched on and left that night is in your room. Talking about, I've been looking for you. Now, book me would have been like, oh my god, he's finna get his dick sucked. Reality me would have been like, am I close enough to the door to get the fuck from out of here? Okay, am I close enough to the door where I could run and get the fuck from out of here? Because this nigga is insane. He's obviously off his rocker. How did he get in here? They trying to traffic me. That's what the fuck would have been on my mind. Quite frankly. But we're not talking about reality. We're talking about book me. And book me, well, legs would have been open, coochie would have been had. Because, you know what I'm saying? That's a book me would be in love with that. Reality me would be very terrified, very worried for my safety. You get what I'm saying? Back to grandma blowing the house up. The way I would have lost my ever loving shit, because she tried so hard to make sure that they had everything they needed, make sure the bills was being paid. First of all, it sounded like the house was paid off. So she went from having a roof over her head to not having a roof over her head because your ass decided to smoke while you're on oxygen. Like, you ain't got no motherfucking sense. I know your husband's died, but damn, bitch. Damn. And she worked 3 jobs. Been working her ass off, had to deal with your abusive ass. And you sat here and blowed you in the motherfucking house up. The way I would have just been like, I'm surprised this wasn't her 13th reason, because what the ever loving fuck. To just go from having a great night, you got your little Zeke, you feeling good, you feeling great, you feeling beautiful, you didn't let her ruin your night beforehand, to then come home, okay, with goddamn fire trucks in front of your house going, all your stuff you had, all your valuables you had going, all pictures of your daddy and your granddaddy going, and that heifer of a grandmama going, all because she couldn't stop smoking and she on oxygen. If that was the case, bitch, I would have ordered you before you even fucked up my home, my house. And to think she was just saying that she didn't really care for the house, but she loved it because her grandfather and her father loved that house. Crazy work. And child, and she just going through it. Like, she just needs to have just one good cry, like just one good breakdown. They need to take her to a rage room where she could just start breaking shit up, breaking TVs, breaking glass, everything. She needs to be able to throw some axes, something. She needs to just let it out. Just let it out, girl. Just let it out. Child. Miss Girl found out that her grandfather that she loved was the one who offed her father whilst she was in the car with him. She remembered hearing his voice, all so that he can get back in good graces with the gang. And then left her a house and money. All these years, you took away the one person that loved her. You died and left her with the one person that did not. It wouldn't have just been that house that had been on fire. It would have been your grave. Because the betrayal is crazy. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with people? I mean, listen, he probably, didn't have money and he probably wanted to get, back where he was before to take care of his mama. And the fact that the mama blamed the the son for getting with somebody else, having a child, and then blaming the person that, the mother, for basically over her child. It was like, look at the person that was next to you. The person that you had that child with is the one that offed him. And the child you treated so disgustingly. You did her a favor by blowing you in that house up. Good job. Bo's grandparents ain't shit. Now that's crazy. That's crazy. Yo, again, I would have needed to go to a rage room and just get myself together. If you could hear snoring, that's my cat, y'all. Anyways, okay, she finds out she's pregnant, and then they get engaged. Okay, cute. Again, I feel like this book was short, too short. Like, a lot of things could have been in more detail, but I get it. If it's a novella, it's not. I don't know. I feel like it should have been longer. Okay, Aubree, it should have been longer. But also, this girl had been going through it. Okay. What have I thought about the book? Did I like it? I liked the book. Again, I felt like it could have been longer. Some things could have been in more detail. This is the third book, I think. I'm not quite sure. It's not the first book in the series of a Gangton Hills series, I want to say. There's other books, but I just like the cover of this one, and I like the synopsis of it. Now, again, Granny ain't shit, Grampy ain't shit. I love the fact that she finally gave in and submitted to being loved properly and being taken care of, because that's exactly what she said she wanted by that man who fell in love with her at first sight. I love that. I also love the detail, baby. Curved penis. Oh, we love that. She said it was beautiful. It winked at her. That made me laugh. She said it winked at her. Period. I enjoy this book as a whole. Okay, again, I feel like it was too short, but I enjoyed it as a whole. She went through a lot throughout the whole book, okay? But at the end, she found her peace, her love, her zen, her sanity. She found it. And now she's gonna have a child, even though I wouldn't want to fuck with nobody that's in that gang situation, but I understand she was born in it, so fuck it. Yeah, that's it, y'all. I really did enjoy it. I know this is a short review, but I just wanted to review it because I feel like I haven't heard of this book anywhere on TikTok even, and I feel like I should just push it out there a little bit. Y'all may like any of the other stories that's a part of the Gangton Hills novella storyline series, whatever. Anyways, let me log out of here. Fuck grandpa and fuck granny. Period. Oh, and fuck the mammy. Fuck the mammy. That's another thing. This is exactly why I said this book could be longer. It's because the mama, like, more in detail about the mama and the daddy's relationship, more in detail about the grandpa and his position in the whole hierarchy, the whole pyramid scheme situation. Not pyramid scheme, but the whole pyramid. Like, where was he at? Where was the grandfather at? And I know they were saying like the monarch and the priest or whatever. What they said, the monarch and the priest or something like that. But I feel like things should have been more detailed. I know it's probably in the first book is probably explain it, but because it seems like every book is slightly different, I feel like this book should have been explaining more details about what exactly the monarchs and who's the monarchs, who's the priest, and the mama was a monarch. What is the monarch, like the top of the top? Is she still a monarch or is she dead? You get what I'm saying? And who's her family? The family want nothing to do with you either. Like, what is going on? I feel like there's more that could be told in this story. It's a lot that could have been told more in this story, especially about Cashmere and his people. Like, is his daddy a priest or a monarch? Like, what's going on? I think I read that, but I don't remember because other things was going on. And then like a gang fight, and she screamed, and everybody stopped and then went about their business. Like, okay, who tore down their establishment? Was it Brittany? Or was it like who Brittany was? Because Cashmere did say he thinks she was he wouldn't be surprised if she was a op. Was she really a op? You get what I'm saying? There was so much more that could have been said and written, Miss Girl. But at the end of the day, I enjoyed it. I loved it. Go read it. Okay? Bye.